Welcome to Disclosure TV. We're going to go live with an update. Yes, I like to do live updates. I like to do live updates because, you know what? It's breaking news right now. So, let's go to the breaking news. And through the magic of television. Yeah, there's the magic of television. You see how that works? Through the magic of television. Alright, so the breaking news. It seems that things in Venezuela are getting out of hand. This was as of 38 minutes ago. We're just going to use BBC right now. Right now, Venezuela clashes are breaking out at border towns. Deadly clashes have erupted in border towns across Venezuela as opposition activists try to bring aid into the country across government blockades. Troops have fired tear gas, rubber pellets at protesters. They have been doing that all day long, actually. They have been fighting protesters all day long. And the police there just will not let them bring that food aid in. President Nicolas Maduro has partially closed the country's borders to try to stop the aid being delivered. As you know, the country is trying to overthrow Maduro as president, and the CIA went down there to do that. Yes, you heard this correctly. Yes, I live in the United States, and yes, I'm telling you that's what they did. And it is it's no secret that the CIA went down there to do exactly that. Opposition leader Juan Guaido is behind the foreign aid collection. Now, they say that the United States is not, they didn't let United States foreign aid through. They only let I think Brazilian foreign aid through, and they stopped everybody else's at the border. Nobody knows if the United States is or if the United States has actually sent foreign aid there. Nobody's seen it yet, but I would like to actually mention that John X. Army yesterday mentioned that in a update he mentioned about Venezuela that it was said that Maduro was afraid that the United States might be trying to send weapons through. Now, I'm going to show you this video. It is from YouTube. It's from RT News. I don't like RT News, but you know what? They're alive right now in Venezuela. I'm not sure why they are the only one reporting there. So I want to show you this. And I'm going to I'll remove my television right now, the little TV border, because I want you all to see this, and I want you all to hear it. It would seem that they have lit the food aid trucks on fire, and they have blocked the fire off because bullets are spraying out of the food aid trucks. And it would seem that weapons and ammo are inside of the food aid trucks. And just as John X. Army said, I'm pretty sure that was John X. Army who talked about that. But Maduro was afraid that the United States might try to get weapons inside to the people, and we don't know whose food truck this belongs to. We do know it was there, but they set it on fire, and once they set it on fire, they set up ammo started spraying out of it, and I'm going to let you listen to that. So let me get rid of this TV border here, and let me expand this way out, so that way you all can get a better view of this. So I'm going to try to turn this up as loudly as I can for you. So we're going to start. This is part 1. There is a part 2. You can hardly see it right now, but I'll show you part 2 when it actually shows the truck. But right now you can listen to this and you can hear the ammo being popped off. This guy right here on the back of the truck that you're looking at is hiding from bullet spray from where they set the truck on fire. And he's trying to throw more. I guess he's trying to throw a Molotov cocktail, and he's trying not to get hit by a spray of bullets either. So here you go. Turn up your volume a little. If you look and you see that gentleman carrying a metal shield, everybody's trying to run away because you could see the sparks from the ammo coming out. If I can replay that, I'll show it to you. But you can hear the ammo being lit off. So what Maduro was afraid of, it seems like the food aid that's come into the country that was set on fire just now by the protesters, it would seem that there is ammo and weapons in those food aid trucks. And you know, I'm pretty sure that John X. Army was the one who reported on that. And we'll go back and listen to it, so give me a second. If you can't hear it, turn it up a little more. I've got everything full blast. I have no idea if RT is copyright protected because they are registered as a foreign entity, and actually they are I think they're considered propaganda, really, but I'm just using their live feed right now. So this is recorded earlier, and just like you heard, there is ammo going off in that truck they set on fire. Now, let me go back to the video. It is live from Venezuela, Colombian border, part 2. So I want to go back to that video where they set that truck on fire. And if you can, we'll start it right there. And if you can see, that's the truck that has been sitting there all day long with food aid in it. You can see the smokestacks. Right there, you can clearly see the smokestacks from where they set that truck on, that food aid truck on fire. If I could get a snapshot of that, I would. But that is the noise, the ammo that you heard from that other video is actually where they had set that food aid truck on fire, and there was ammo and weapons in it, and the ammo started was getting heated up from the fire and started to explode and go off. Now, an ambulance does show up. I'm not sure if someone was hit from the gunfire of the ammo. I'm not sure about that, but an ambulance does show up, so it's a possibility that somebody got hit by the ammo. That's the stray bullets that were in there. But this is for sure happening. Someone stuck ammo and weapons inside of this food aid truck to get it to anti-Maduro protesters, and somebody set it on fire. I guess the protesters set the truck on fire, maybe because the police wasn't going to let them have it. I'm pretty sure the police was guarding it. And as I said, this is at the Colombian Venezuelan border, and these protests have erupted, and they're violent. People are getting killed, and the CIA likes to cause disruption in other governments. It's kind of weird that the CIA would go down, the United States would go down there and interfere while telling Russia, you interfered in our election, and the CIA and U.S. government is going to do the same thing, but they say that's totally different because of Maduro and his socialism. Well, if anybody had watched my last video on what the conflict theory is fully based on socialism, a change from socialism, or the United States calls socialism whatever they want to. So, as you heard a while ago, that's that truck they set on fire that had the food aid in it. And it also had ammo inside of it, as you heard. And yes, that was ammunition going off. And as I said, Maduro was afraid that something like that may happen, and I'm not sure if it seems like the protesters themselves lit it on fire. They have been in this one area all day. I've actually been watching it all day, and they have been here in this area all morning long. And I'll go back to it. Actually, what I'll do is I'll download that last video for you, and I'll let you watch it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my trusty cell phone here that I just love to death. It's an amazing cell phone. I love this damn thing. Excuse my French. Pardon my French. It's a if anybody wants to know, it's an LG Stylo 3. Man, this thing does it. It works wonders, man. So anyway, like I said, what you're watching is the violent protests that are going on at the border of Colombia and Venezuela, and it's pretty bad. And we'll go live on that right now. This is actually the live feed. I don't know if this is in a different spot or not. That looks like a different spot than where they were at. It looks like they're still setting fires, even in a different area. Oh yeah, they burned it all up. I guess this is what's left over. So this is what's left over after the fire. Let me get to that. So, yeah, there's one truck, and on the other side of that truck is a So yeah, you see the flatbed pickup truck or the flatbed semis right there. Look at them; they're all burned up. All the food aid trucks that were sitting there, all burned up. It looks like there's a injured guy. They're looking around for I don't know what. They're probably looking around for the ammunition that was in those food trucks or the weapons, but they burn everything up. I'm sure they look at it. They burnt all the food aid up. So while you all watch that, I'm gonna jump over here and get this video. All right, I'm back. See, that's I can just do things. So, as I said, I guess the video feed stopped right there. Maybe it got hung up. Sorry about that. So, anyway, I'm going to show you this back to this other video. It looks like they're running somewhere. So as I said before, that's as I said before, that video that you're seeing on screen up here in the top left, that is where they set the food aid truck on fire. And they, I guess when they set it on fire, the so as I said, it would seem that Maduro's fears about what's happening about what's happening with the food trucks is actually came to pass and come true. What he was worried about is exactly what's going on. You know, they're moving all those barriers up there, and they're moving them because there's bullets flying everywhere. So they're trying to block the bullets. So anyway, you have all this Venezuela, you know, and if anybody watched my video last night, you will understand that the United States tried to create a war. That guy looked like he actually had a grenade. That looked like a grenade in his hand. Was that a grenade? Let's see if that was a grenade. What I'm checking for is somebody flashed something on the other side of the screen over here, and it kind of looked like a grenade. Yep, look at that. That's what it is. There's a freaking, he's holding a grenade. The guy is holding a grenade in his hand. He found a grenade in all those trucks and the fires they set. Look at that. That's what I thought I saw. So once again, if you're looking at the top part of your screen up here, if you're looking at that, I'll start it all over. But at the top part of your screen right there, that is Venezuela at the Colombian border. The protesters have set the food aid trucks on fire. So when they set the food aid trucks on fire, you can apparently the food aid trucks were full of ammo and weapons, and you can hear the ammo going off. And I'll make that bigger so y'all can see it real quick. Look at that. So as I said, you can hear the ammo that is being heated up that was on those food trucks. And so as I said, you can hear the ammo. And I think John X Army yesterday had made a video saying that Maduro was afraid that these food trucks or these food aid trucks might try to carry ammo and weapons into the city. And you can hear him. You can hear the ammo going off. Now, if we go back to this main video, you can see this guy over here in the right and back on the YouTube channel. You can see that he's holding a grenade, and I think this is just past. Actually, I think this is just past where those trucks burnt down, and he's holding a grenade in his hand, and that is a protester. And I thought, and I just barely caught that out of the side of my eye. So yeah, he's holding a grenade in his hand. As to what type it is, I do not know. It's weird that I caught that. That's at they don't say where it's at, what time it was. 27:02, somewhere around there. So that guy picked up a grenade, and I guess they're looking for crap that was left over. But yeah, that guy finds a grenade laying right on the ground. Look at that. Yeah. He found a grenade laying on the ground. So, yeah, that's what's happening. As you can see, they set the food aid trucks on fire. And it seems that those food aid trucks were filled with ammo. They had ammo and they had weapons in them. I mean, that's just ridiculous. So, all right, actually, y'all caught me right when, well, you all didn't catch me, but right when I was watching this, right when I was working on another video for my channel for my lovely viewers and for my great viewers, I was working on a new video. So hopefully I'll have a new video up soon. But I was watching this and I come across it and I needed to show it. I had to show it. But it would seem as if whoever's food aid trucks those were, they were trying to smuggle or ship in ammo and weapons into the with those food aid trucks. So yeah, they were trying to ship in ammo into those food aid trucks. I don't know what happened to my media source there. There it goes. So once again, I'm going to stop playing this and I'm going to stop playing that and I'm going to go back here and I'm going to go make that a little bigger so you all can hear it. I'll start all over and I will let you all listen to the gunfire of the ammo that's spraying out of those trucks. Out of those food aid trucks. At one point, a ambulance does show up. Now, I'm not sure if somebody got hit by a stray bullet, but I know they are putting up metal signs to block that area off. I think they probably burn up about what looks to be about 3 tractor trailers full of food aid, and I know that food aid had been sitting there all day long, and because I've been following the story all day long, and it would seem that the police were guarding that food aid, and the demonstrators between the Colombian border and Venezuela border set it all on fire. As you can see, the protesters are throwing Molotov cocktails, and I'm guessing they are the ones who set it on fire. And as I showed you a while ago, in another video, I'll go back to it. But one of the guys who was they were going through all the leftover debris. Those are the burnt up trucks right there. And he picked up a grenade. And I'll show you that grenade again. If I can find it. Okay. And I had just barely saw the grenade, and he flashed it into the camera. I don't know if it was part of the camera guy or who was standing there, but he's standing there, and he just picked a grenade up off the ground. There it is. You know, I barely saw that out of my eye, you know. It would seem that, here, I'll show you the grenade. There's the grenade right there. It would seem that the Maduro is actually using lethal munitions against the protesters. I'm guessing why they were trying to ship in ammunition in those food trucks. So, what do you all think? I mean, do y'all think that this is just going to escalate further, and this means that there's going to be troops sent to Venezuela? Is Russia going to get involved, or is other countries going to get involved? You know, as far as I know, it seems that the elites are pushing for another world war, and they couldn't find one in Iran because if you watch my video from yesterday, Iran is in compliance with the nuclear deal. They still are in compliance. They have been since 2015. And the United States is pulling out the military pulling the military out of the Middle East, saying that it's all finished. And they wanted to go into Iran and invade Iran, and that didn't work out. And once they found out that wasn't working out, they sent the CIA into Venezuela to affect the elections in Venezuela. And once the CIA went into Venezuela, this started happening. And the United States did themselves claim that the CIA was down there to I guess, persuade the election in favor of Guaido, because they didn't want Maduro as a president. However, Russia wanted to put a military base down there. Now, what's happening with that is Russia told the United States not to interfere. However, I don't think Russia really wants to put a base down there. However, Russia just wants a base anywhere near the United States to make the United States nervous. So I think right now the United States is looking for a war, and I think their war is going to end up being with Russia. Now, it depends on what type it's going to be: a nuclear, a chemical attack, an invasion. But I think it's no coincidence that the Department of Homeland Security put out a advisory alert for an attack on our electrical infrastructure, our grid, and they have been talking about EMP attacks. I don't think there's a coincidence there that they are talking about that. More than likely, that's what's going to happen. So look for the infrastructure to go down. Now, I don't look for anything to get out of hand, as far as military aspects goes, into maybe into 2020. Maybe they'll do something then. But they're not going to do something right now because, don't get me wrong, I like Trump, but this is not a Trump-based platform. It's not a Democratic or Republican. It's a alternative media platform. It's a truth platform, and it's for people who don't believe what the government's telling them. And Trump isn't a war president. We have war presidents, and then we have liberal presidents. And Trump just isn't a war president. George Bush, both Bushes, they were war presidents. Ronald Reagan, he was a war president. Obama wasn't a war president. I encourage you all to watch the movie Vice. It's a very eye-opening movie. And if you all, like I said, if you all watch the movie Vice and apply it to what's happening now with Mike Pence and what Mike Pence is doing, the fact that you hardly never see Mike Pence doing anything, and the fact that he stays out of the public eye so much, I'm pretty sure he's running the government. And I'm pretty sure he's part of the elitists, and I'm pretty sure that they are setting up the next war. And the next war is for the next president. It's not for Trump. This is not going to be Trump's problem. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. So, what's going to happen next with this? So, more than likely, it's going to keep going like this for a while. The United States is going to continue to try to get food aid. This is going to be World War III has already started. It's already been prepared. It's already planned out. They just need somewhere to start. And they need a place to start the war out at. They need a place. And they started with Iran. That didn't work out. So they sent the CIA in to cause trouble. They need somewhere to start a war. If you don't know what the conflict theory is, as I mentioned, the conflict theory states that in order for change to happen, or in order for a government to declare more power or to help the economy, that conflict is the best route to go. So I don't think that it just any old conflict or any old war is going to do it this time. I think that you're looking at a huge change in government, a huge change all over the world with this. And And I'm talking one world government type of change. And the elitists are all over the United States government. They are just telling them what to do. Imagine the elitists and or the bankers or the cabal getting their greedy fingers on changing all the governments into one government, changing all the currency into one currency, and imagine how much money they would have, how much power they would have to control every government on the planet. I mean, I was looking up the Rothschilds earlier. I was looking up their homes, their net worth, the Vanderbilts. I was looking them up, J.P. Morgan, and the money they have is unreal. The homes they have they're castles. They're castles. They built their homes as if they were kings. And I've never seen anything like it. If you're just now joining us, like I said, if you look on the main screen, you'll see a guy holding a grenade. Yes, that's a grenade. They are in Colombia. This is the border between Colombia and Venezuela. The live feed for them has ended, and what you see up in the upper left-hand corner is the protesters in Venezuela have set the food aid trucks on fire, and the food aid trucks seem to have ammo inside of them. You can hear the ammo going off. There are several trucks. Those trucks had been sitting there all day waiting to make their way into Venezuela. And the protesters just burned them down. And as I said, this all started with the CIA going into Venezuela, trying to persuade the election. We'll say persuade. You know, they're persuading the election. That's what I mean. They admitted it. They did admit it. And they went down there to cause a conflict. That's what they did. At the same time, Russia wanted to put a military base in Venezuela. And the United States, if you think the United States is down there for oil, you're crazy. They're not down there for oil. Yes, Venezuela produces oil, but not enough for us to worry about. Now, if Venezuela shut down oil production, it wouldn't make a difference. When all this crisis first started, the media reported that Venezuela was one of the largest oil producers on the planet. They are fourth. They're the fourth, and we own the other, and we have pretty much control the other three. And the oil that Venezuela produces is a grain of salt compared to what the United States already controls. So the reason they're in Venezuela is they need a place to start the elitist, not the United States themselves. Because when I say United States, the people are the United States. The government is our Constitution. Our government doesn't consist of people who run it. Our president is not the government. The government has changed representation, or has changed an image of themselves into almost machine-like, almost God, boss, machine-like. And so people think of the government as all-knowing and all-powerful, and they tell us what to do and we do what they say. When in all actuality, the people are who have control. And that's and I think in order to stop all this from happening, the people need to take back the power that the government took from them. To be honest, you may get mad at me for saying this, but I feel that the reason we're in this position in the first place is because us as citizens let it happen. We let the federal government have that control over us. And we have the United States Constitution backing us. We have our own government backing us, you know, and we didn't do anything about it. We just let it happen. And that's ridiculous for us to let that happen. And in order to stop this one world government, and it will eventually be a one world government. It will be. It will be. If we don't stop it, it'll be a one world government. As I said, let me recap on this. The food trucks, the food aid trucks that were meant for Venezuelan people, they were burnt down. It seems that they were trying to smuggle ammo and weapons inside of them. I'll let you all listen to the gunfire, the ammo that was going off, that was in the food trucks. I'll let you all watch the video of the actual food trucks that were burnt down. As you can see there on the screen, someone may have gotten hit because an ambulance did show up. They were trying to block all that off because of the ammo, I think. As you can see there on the main screen, the big white box, you can see a protester or a cameraman standing right there with a grenade. He's got a grenade in his hand. I don't know what the U.S. government plans on doing. I don't think that right now they're going to do anything. The United States needs a war, and they need a bigger war than that. And I have a feeling that Russia is going to be involved in that war. And it is going to be WW3. And the outcome is going to be a one-world government out of that and a one-world currency. And who controls that? The elites do. The elitists do. So, everybody, I wanted to go live and report this as it happened. And I like doing that. I like reporting live news. So, I just wanted to show you all that. And I got to get back to working on a video. I'm working on my channel. I'm working on making my channel better. I ordered some new goodies. So, to make my appearance behind me look a little better. And I got some green screen technology happening. So, I think that'll be here tomorrow. So, I'm going to be messing around with it. And I'm working on some new leads, and I'm working on doing some investigations, and I'm working on my channel all at the same time. It does take up a lot of time. So So if y'all like this video, please comment, please share the video, please share my channel, please hit the thumbs up button. If you all have any comments or suggestions, leave them in the comment sections. If you all have any news or any info, hit me up at disclosurechannel@gmail.com or on Twitter at disclosuretv_. If you, I am on Periscope at Disclosure TV. I'm also trying to set up a Twitch account. I do have a Patreon account. I haven't set that up yet. But, you know. So, I've had that for like 2 months now and I haven't used it. I'm really not that interested in trying to make money right now. I'm more worried about what's going on with the world and letting people know what the problems are, to be honest. And and like I said, just comment, share my videos, share them to others. I need some more subscribers. I tried to figure out who, it only tells me about 12 subscribers because I have 37 subscribers right now, and I actually tried to look those up to make a video to thank the 37 subscribers, and it's only showing me 12 because the other part of the subscribers is not showing me. They have their accounts marked as private and I can't see them. So if you want me to do a shout out for you and you want me to add, you know, tell you thank you, I need to know who you are. So I can only make a video for the 12 people and I don't want to do that. So I'm not going to make one until I actually know who all those subscribers are. So, like I said, I appreciate you all watching. Share my video, hit the thumbs up button, the like button, hit the notification bell, and stay safe, everybody. All right. Peace out.